Final Destination 5 was released in 2011 and follows Sam, whose premonition helps him and his colleagues escape a fatal bridge collapse accident. Death, however, is not quite ready to part with its victims and decides to come after them one by one. Well guys, we finally made it to Final Destination 5. It has been so fun talking about these movies leading up to the new one, Final Destination Bloodlines, which is just around the corner. But without further ado, let's talk about my current favorite in the franchise, Final Destination 5. Right from the very first second, with the opening credits, we have one of the dopest opening soundtracks of the franchise, composed by Brian Tyler, along with sick visuals of objects that were involved in previous deaths. This sequel has no business being this good. If you take out the fourth film, it's actually pretty impressive how consistent these movies are maintaining their formula, because usually when horror franchises that make it to part 5 struggle with their identity and dive into unneeded mythology, and they feel like they need to change to keep audiences interested, and usually it results in taking too many vital components away from what viewers wanted in the first place. The first, second, and third films have really good vision scenes, but I think the bridge collapse in the fifth film is my favorite, and all the elements thrown into it was just amazing, from when Sam makes that leap off the collapsing bridge, to when Peter gets impaled by all those crowbars and then falls off that fence 1,000 feet above the ground, and then you see the impact of when he hits the concrete, hitting him into the water, which was just brutal, by the way. I vividly remember 11-year-old me watching this movie for the first time, and there's a death that takes place on the bridge that has to deal with the Nathan character.
Sam, wait for us!
Oh, fuck!
The combination of practical effects and jugular CGI is actually pretty good here, and also the unpredictability of each death and how each scenario will unfold like previous films. A great one being that gymnastics scene, which is just great suspense, when a screw from a ceiling fan falls onto one of those balance beams that gymnasts practice on. I forgot how stomach-storming that whole sequence was, especially with the jaw-dropping payoff when that girl loses grip and then folds in on herself like a twisted pretzel. So in every entry, there's a piece of crap character. In the first one, we had Carter, who had a redemption arc, but the first half was a piece of crap. The third film was Frankie Cheeks, who's probably the creepiest out of all these guys. And in the fourth film, we had Hunt and the racist guy. And in this one, we have this guy who goes around harassing and being rude to women the entire time, but which makes the spa scene so much more fun, with its moments of gore having to deal with needles, leading to fire, with the anticlimactic ending having to deal with the Buddha statue. We have to talk about the laser eye surgery, because this was the most marketed death for the film back in 2011. And I'm just glad I have good vision, because if I didn't, I would stick with glasses for the rest of my life. Because after watching this movie, there's no way in hell I'm getting laser eye surgery. And also, if she didn't fall through that window, resulting in her death, that's a massive lawsuit, dude. No doctor should leave a patient unattended during a surgery. What a dumbass. The principal set of characters in this entry are coworkers, which adds for a few interesting ideas regarding the ladder to success, which is kill or be killed. And the way it balances the horror, kills, and humor is pretty much on point. I also love the new/old game rules, not only because it made the film much more interesting, adding certain risks and slasher vibes as well. In this one, we're introduced to the idea of switching places with someone if you kill them taking your spot in death's chain. The second half of the film unexpectedly feels like a thriller/drama, making Miles the central conflicted character who finds out more details of Sam's visions and is shooken up by the death of his girlfriend, so he starts to go crazy and lose it. Providing the entire plot with more depth, we get this very intense action chase portion in the third act that's clever and what makes it different from the rest of the franchise. And what else makes it different from the rest of the franchise is this incredible twist at the end of this film, which is probably one of my favorite horror endings of all time. We find out that this film, Part 5, takes place before the first Final Destination film, ending with Sam and Molly getting onto the plane on its way to Paris. And this whole sequence is just freaking like, it blew me away. That shot as the fire rises when the plane blows up, when Sam dies, was not only tragic because I liked these characters, but also felt like a poetic end to what at the time was considered the end to these films. And for the viewers, it adds more layers to the narrative, leaving the viewers questioning the story and even questioning the story for all the films in the franchise. Viewers would also feel nostalgia for the scene as well. It's exactly the kind of inventiveness that's missing in bigger budget horror franchises. Anyways, guys, I really enjoy talking about these films. While they're not the best horror films out there, they're just pure entertainment, and that's what I love the most about them, as well as the ending to this one, which I thought was just beautiful and perfect. And I can't wait to see what Final Destination Bloodlines has to offer. Just be better than 4. Just be better than 4. Thank you guys as always for watching. I look forward to bringing you on more videos pretty soon. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below what movies y'all want me to check out on the channel here next. I'm Matt, and I'll see you guys in the next video.